Well, I've arrived in Trerrian. This is my motel I'm crashing in. If you're interested, guys, what a $25 room looks like, this is it. It's actually not bad. It's clean, bed. They're very bike friendly as well. So look around. Bathroom, pretty clean, and right beside the beach. What more could you ask for? So here's a couple of things. For the last year and a half, I've been looking at ultralight gear, adventure tours, hike through, you know, a lot of YouTube videos. I mean, I watched hundreds and hundreds and then repeated, watched them again, trying to get some ideas for my bikepacking trip. So this is what I think works for me. Still in the testing stages of a lot of the new stuff. Last year I done a trip through Vietnam and Laos. Done a few upgrades, changed out a few things, went through hammocks, tents to different systems, and hopefully this is the right one this time. So just scan over what I've got. The main thing what I was trying to do is do a 4-season. Basically, I can take my bag, or take my bike, and go as long as possible. The only thing I really need to add food. The secret in doing this, which I believe, is using multiple things. Like if you're using a down jacket, use it for the cold weather, but also uses your sleep system. Doubling up as much stuff as possible. Now, it's not just about being light. You see loads of videos online, and when the guy's doing the video presentation, keep going, oh yeah, this weighs nothing. It all adds up. Everything adds up. Even if you're buying the lightest equipment, it all adds up. So, and it's also not just about being light, it's about being bulk, because everything's got to get on the bike. And so if I can find something that's really light, but if it's bulky, it just defeats the whole purpose. So I'll start off with my cook set, and I'll just give you a rough idea of why I went for certain things and my madness and my concept. So this is my second cook set. This is a titanium. Before it was an Esbit cook set, which was great, worked really well. This one is the 1100 pot. Also got a little frying pan. You know, I'm not sure exactly how many ounces, but it's not a lot. But then we got my new cook system. Concept behind this titanium is that if I run out of alcohol, or if I run out of tablets, I can just put firewood in here and still be able to cook. I also have a cup. I've seen many of these on internet, many people using them. My concept was I'll just drink out of this, don't really need a cup, but I'm working on a new idea. And second thing is windshade, get better fuel burning. Next thing is my fuel. I'm using alcohol, and the reason why is when you travel worldwide, it's very difficult to see a lot of people using different gas canisters and all that there. It's impossible to find. So what I like the alcohol system, because if I go into any chemist, I can buy alcohol, and you buy it really cheap. So going to any chemist anywhere, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, where I am now, you know, it's there. You know, it's any chemist has it. I brought some tablets, and this is my titanium alcohol stove. Really good reviews I see online. The burn time's about 5 minutes to bring the water to a boil, so that's good. And then this little add-on goes like this. Can be used just independently like that, or it can be used with this system. Second thing is, I have a little Esbit one. The reason why I have this is this is going to be packed away in my main bag, the handlebar roll bag, and I don't want to be pulling this out at night time or until night time. So while I'm on the road, a few times last time when I was cycling, I couldn't be bothered stopping and getting the stuff. So I just couldn't be bothered doing it. So what I'd done was, I thought, well, if I buy this little cook set, you know, this goes in one of my little small pouches, which is easier to reach, and now I can cook something when I'm on the road for lunchtime. I can stop and throw some noodles in or something like that there. So then, cleaning thing, to clean the pots, fire starter, also be taking a lighter, and titanium spork, as they call them. Alright, I did have a heavier one which I actually liked and had a whole lot of features, but I'll give it a go, the titanium spork. Second thing is my water supply. I know a lot of people bring bags. I see that there are, you know, all these different platypuses and stuff, but so many of the reviews, they don't last, they break. That's what I see, you know, everybody's mentioning it. So went for this, and I've got this. Regarding my filter system, this is just basically 2 water bottles, and inside the water bottles, I can open it, each one has a filter system. So what you do is just basically pull up the side of the road, grab some water, throw into it, and suck it through the straw. Done. So pretty easy enough. This is my food supply. This is about 5 days worth. Basically, any little store, just pick up some stuff. Add water. 7 minutes later, it's ready to eat. They cost me like 50 cents, you know. So they're the main food. Some coffees in the morning, some biscuits on the way, some soup. Lunchtime, I'll be doing a mixture of some soups and some fresh fruits. When you're traveling through Sri Lanka or Asia, you easily can find lots of fruits on the way. Bananas, etc. Okay, so now next set, my camping system and my sleep system. So basically it's my third attempt, and hopefully I hopefully got it right this time. I started off with a Henderson hammock, and I felt cramped as hell in that there thing, so it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. And I done a few trips with it when I was through Laos and Vietnam, and it worked, but it wasn't the ideal for me. So this time I went for a tarp tent. This is the one of the guys from a guy called Henry. Anyway, not good with names. So this one is pretty good. It's got an inner mess, so I can set it up just as an inner mess. I can also set it up with just as the tarp, or I can set it up as both, which I'll probably be doing. What I like about it is it's about 1 kilo in weight, and it packs down pretty small. What I like about it is, the main thing is that I can, how can you say it? Mind freeze. What I like about it is I can set it up during the rain and still stay dry inside. So a few tents, you got another tent I had, you had to put the inner up first and then you put the outer. If it's raining, that's just going to be a waste of time. So this tarp tent, it works out pretty good. Now, I did pick up a little hammock because I'm still in two minds. It's a little nano one, and some straps for it. So when I'm riding along in the afternoon, it gets a bit too hot, pull over, just pull this out, packs down pretty small, pull it out, hang it up, and during the real hot afternoons I can just have a bit of a siesta. Also picked up a tarp with it as well. It's like the Henderson tarp, A-frame design, and I'm using that for rain, and I'll be using it like for when just to cover the bike. Next thing, I have Climate air mattress, extra large one. I've been using that for over a year. Tough as hell, been really comfortable, happy with it. I did pick up the pillow, creature comfort as everybody says, but the fact is we all sleep in pillows, you know, so I need a pillow anyway. Second thing is my actual, instead of going for a sleeping bag, I went for a top quilt by Undergear. And outdoor gear equipment, underground quilts. I've had this and I just love it. It's only 50 Fahrenheit rated, but I'm such a warm sleeper. I've taken it down to 35 and I've had no problem. So I use it in the summer, and then with additional clothing, I up it. Also, I got a little liner, keep it a little bit cleaner. And I have one of these USB heaters. So in a real extreme cold, I basically throw this in the bottom of my quilt and we'll see what happens. It's, as I say, I haven't got down really cold temperatures yet. Also have an emergency blanket. My concept is when I'm in the tent, I put this down on top of the ground, and then I put my air mattress on top, put my top quilt, or sorry, my sleeping bag liner, and then my top quilt, and then any additional clothing. This is my well, this is my what you call shower system, okay, wash system. Basically, Summit towel, packs down pretty small. I got a pocket shower. I realized last trip, a lot of times I checked into the hotels, it was because I was just stinking, no real way to wash myself. And so I said, well, that costs money every single time, and rather just spend the time out in the countryside, so, or in the jungles. So pocket shower. And also I will be using this to wash my clothes. When you open it up, throw some soap into it, and I throw my clothes and I can wash it around. Some wipes. This is totally stupid. When I seen it, it is a clothesline. It's a tiny little clothesline, and you hang your clothes up. It's got blah blah blah, clothes dry. I thought it was so dumb when I first seen it, then I actually said I might as well get it. And so far on this trip I've used it 3 times. Saves me on the size of pegs and rope, you know, etc, etc. So next we'll go to the clothes. Start off. Okay, that hat has been on my head and it stinks like hell, and it is brilliant. Keeps the sun off me. I have my fleece hat, that's to be used in cold weather. Okay, I also have this, you can see, this covers your mouth, especially when you're driving through cities. You see a lot of Japanese and Vietnamese wearing them. Got one of them. They basically stop the pollution, well, as much as you can. Mosquito net. This mosquito head net, okay, it is just tiny. Now I'm lucky mosquitoes don't bite me, don't annoy me, except for around my ear. So when I'm trying to sleep, they don't bite me, don't like the alcohol, whatever it may be, but so I don't need a full net. I just need to have my head covered to stop them buzzing around the ears. It's one of those buffs, and these have been a lifesaver. They basically look like tattoos, dragons and whatever, tribal tattoos. Last year when I was buying a lot of suntan cream, and that's more stuff to carry, put those on, didn't get any sunburn, so that was good. So we'll start off. This is a part of my sleep system. It's an ultralight down jacket. Then I got the Montbell trousers, all goose down, and then these are my goose down socks. Got a little bit carried away, I think, but if I do get cold, as I said, I'm a warm sleeper. The only thing that's going to basically, what can I say? The only thing that's going to get cold first is my feet, and wrapping your feet in goose down is going to be great. So that is a part of my winter system. So next we have Gore-Tex jacket, and then I have a what is that? Oh yeah, it's like a long sleeve, what do you call it, like running thing, pulls away sweat. Got a couple t-shirts from Zodiac. I've had this for about 8 months, 9 months now. It's great. It's got a little tiny pocket in the side, so when I'm out on the bike and traveling, and keep small money in there. Anytime I buy something from the shop, it's there. So little secret pocket's pretty cool. Now this, a lot of people are using base layers. I'm using compression. Read a few reviews on it, and I think it does work. Basically, concept is it puts pressure points in certain parts of the body, and it really called circulation recovery. If you're really called next day, you're a lot better, feeling better, something like that. Okay, so I'm using that as my layer system. So at night time when I sleep, I'm in recovery mode, and also it's it keep me a little bit warmer. Okay, so next, shorts. Love these. These are Zodiac. They're like black market shorts or something they're called. Basically, what they do is they've got so many pockets, like so many pockets I couldn't find things in it. But what I liked is the belt, and it looks a little bit fashionable when you're riding. You know, this is my swim shorts. It's my going out shorts. It's my bicycle shorts. So I actually bought 2 of them, and as soon as they arrived, I ordered another pair. So I've got 1 for riding and 2 for backup. Then these add on to these shorts and they become trousers. So when the winter time riding, they become trousers with the goose down, and this, depending on how cold it is, the leggings, then it's great. Bicycle shorts. Zodiac again, they come with the shorts, really comfortable. I haven't got one of those real comfortable saddles, and I'm doing fine. Socks. I got 3 pairs of socks, compression socks for nighttime, and just air cool socks, so my feet don't sweat. This was a good investment this year. Last year I learned my feet were drenched the whole bloody time. This is Gore-Tex, a lot more breathable, and so far they were working out pretty reasonable, except for one of them. I don't know if it's a stitching. I don't know if you can see that. See the stitching there? It's rubbing against my foot, so I'm going to have to put a plaster on it, and you can see the foot right there. So I gotta put a plaster or something to stop that happening. Next, we have bike lock. I wouldn't say it's what do you call it? Anybody wants to break in a bike, they're still going to get into your bike. But with this one, it's more of a deterrent. It's not bulky, didn't have the room, and hopefully it keeps some people honest when they walk by. If it's just left there to try to lift the bike. Second thing, J-Packs. This guy makes a lot of bikes gear, and he also makes little wallets. This is my backup credit card. When I travel, keep that always with me, just in case anything goes wrong. And then inside I have a little toolkit, and if you can show you, it's got a little knife inside. So shit hits the fan, hopefully I'm covered. Okay. Passport, get through all the borders. Next, I got my gloves, Gore-Tex, and now I've got my new pump. This, if you believe it or not, as you can see it's pretty small, will pump up fat boy tires. Unfortunately, the way the system works is you basically, that was the tube, or the valve, you put it on, and then when you're pumping, you're pushing like this. So it's constantly pushing against the valve, okay, of your tubeless tire, which ends up making it loose and lets the bloody air out. So, lesson learned. This is all carried in one bag. This is first aid kit, okay, toolkit. I've had that for over 1.5 years and it's just brilliant. Super glue, this is what you need if you've got tubeless. And you can see I've already started using it. That was my own fault because I used this pump, and the pump basically, as I pushed the valve, pumping, eventually it became loose. And that's even putting in sealant. So I spent a day trying to figure out how to fix it, and super glue is the answer. So next is, this is, okay, medical healer. Yeah. Next, now basically what's here would be enough for most people. Okay, And if you're a gadget head, then the stuff I have next is what you want. But basically, this is plenty to do 4 seasons. Okay, so I will go over this one. All right, first thing, Goal Zero 20-inch Nomad 20. I did last year use the 7-inch with this little one. Okay, Goal Zero Plus, I think it was called, and that ran my GoPro, my iPhone, and my iPad, all pretty successfully with power management. You know, as long as you manage your power well, you could run it. But I decided to go back to Goal Zero because of I decided to change my iPad to 11-inch MacBook Air. Much easier to use, less restrictions, especially trying to find apps. Everything can be done. You can do video editing on an iPad. You can do just a little bit easier. So basically, system is solar panel, and then this is the Shoutout 100. Okay. And batteries, these are for my light. They're just constantly being recharged. GoPro batteries, because the GoPro's terrible on batteries. You need a lot of batteries. And a 1 terabyte wireless hard drive. And my MacBook Air. Now, the way it was supposed to be was this will charge this, and then this plug into here, because they advertise laptop, see, laptop in there, and then it plugs into your iPad. You don't need this converter. That's what they're advertising. But in fact, they're full of crap, okay? One, it will never, ever, ever charge the laptop. They advertise it, but all it will do is power it, i.e. plug this in and it will have the power going. It will give you power, okay? So if you have 0 power, there is no way of charging it if you go for this setup, which they recommend. Cable plus adapter plus another adapter. They say, oh yeah, it will charge it. Full of crap, you know. So I had to buy a converter. Now, unfortunately, the converter means now I have to bring a bloody big plug. So for the Apple, so that's kind of a bit of a bummer. Okay, but that's what I have to do. Thanks Goal Zero for false advertisements. Okay, so basically Goal Zero charge, solar charges that. From there, powers this, and then from there I can charge, there's a whole bunch of USBs. I can charge my camera, or the GoPro, I can charge the batteries, I can charge my iPhone, I can charge my lights, you know, so all pretty okay. Now, next is my main navigation system, which is an iPhone. Okay, so that's what I'm using, and I've been using this for over a year, and it works. It's a little app. It's called Motion X GPS, and it works brilliant. Just put your into airplane mode, make sure the GPS on, and then it'll find where you are, and you can use it for tracking your trip, and you can send it up to Facebook friends, etc., etc. I went through little back roads, and it was on the map. The thing is, I can't remember how much it was, like, I don't know, $4 or something to download, but the maps are all free. So you basically select the country you're going to, highlight it, download it. I download around about 400 megs, put it on the phone. Next is, so this is attached with a life-proof case, and it's attached to my bicycle. Next is my watch. It's got a temperature gauge, it's got an altitude, it's a Shoutout. I've had the D9 for years, good company, and when I got into bikepacking, it's just nice to see what the temperature's like when I'm camping and seeing what my limit of my gear can be. There's a little tripod, mini tripod, picked it up, attached a GoPro, you know, those selfie shots where you see people cycling past and they're traveling on your own and you know, oh my god, he's got to cycle all the way back down and pick up the bloody thing. Yeah, well, I decided to pick up one of them as well. Next is my light. Black Diamond. It feels okay on the head. It's battery life, powerful. It's going to last me a lot longer. I use rechargeable batteries, so these ones get switched out back and forth. Okay, so when I need them, so that's pretty good. My little light at the back. This is my third light, and hopefully this will be my last one. Last one fell off. One before, what do you call it, didn't work in water, and the other one was solar, which was a bunch of rubbish, didn't actually do anything. This is just USB chargeable. So, and still learning how to bloody well use it. Okay, I do. Alright, then for a bit of fun, some par bait, some hooks hang, one of those mini pan rods. So it's not just about getting from A to B. If I see a nice lake or I'm camping at night, I'll throw out the little rod. These are basically power cables. As I say, because of goal 0, I have to bring these bloody extra things. So this is a list of all my gear. If you have any questions or any ideas on how to improve it or what I should cut back on, hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but I'm not going to do editing and cut them and stuff. This is just one take, see what the shit happens. Okay, and this is my baby. I got a GoPro case. I didn't use the GoPro bicycle adapter because it's made of plastic. I used it last year and all I was doing was tighten it up. This is an aluminium one. This is life-proof. This is really good. When I crashed the bike last year, it stayed on, so I'm way happy about that. This is my security alarm. If you ever go to Amazon, you'll see a whole bunch of these for like $6.99. You can see back here, you know, a little code. Just keep it covered. Supposed to put it around your seat, but it didn't fit around my seat, so I put it around the handlebars, which makes more sense when you get off the bike. Boom, arm it. High pitched sound. Basically, when I'm camping, I put it beside my tent, and then somebody moves, motion detection, boom, goes off. So I changed the handlebars. They're all carbon. I added this because last year when I was riding, my hands got a little bit numb. Oh, what I mentioned, last year's bike was a Cannondale and a hardtail, and it done 2,500 miles, not one single puncture, and it was a great bike. But it was a 15-inch frame. I ordered large, and large to them was 15 for some reason. So I upgraded, and this is a big upgrade, this bike. I got JPEGs. Here I basically put my hammock. Here I put my cook set, the little one. So when I pull up beside somewhere, just pull out the hammock, pull out the cook set, have a cup of coffee or some noodles, all great. Next is the bag, and I call it a tube bag or something. And I have pushed everything in that, jammed it, stretched it, you know, where you say, oh, it's definitely going to break. No, it hasn't broken. So I beat the hell out of it. Now, this is, I can't even remember the name of this company. Actually, I didn't buy it directly from him. I bought this bag from Bike Dude in Australia. He's the dealer for them. So I picked up this. Really love it. It's, you know, I was really worried, is things going to move back and forth? Is everything, it's going to feel loose as the thing? No. It doesn't feel anything like that. It feels totally tight and secure. So basically all my clothes are in here. And here is my first aid kit and my tools and my slipper. And as you may notice, the frame's a little bit different, is because the GoPro battery died as predicted. You know, what was that, 25 minutes and the battery goes? Okay, I've got about 6 of them. Okay, so, oh yeah, and the Hero Free Plus, that's the Hero Free Black. So I heard the Plus was better, and I also heard the 4 is better, but I talked to a few friends, it isn't that much better, so no point in upgrading. Next, we have main man. Bike Dude. His workmanship is brilliant. You know, he's based in Australia. This is my second bag. As I say, this frame's a 19-inch, so I upgraded. Nothing wrong with the other bag. It looks as good as the day I got it, so I basically just passed it on to a friend. Well, actually sold it to a friend. So this time I done something different. I went for a zip here, okay. It's also got 2 here, 2 zips here, all right. I just throw my hat in there, you know, depending on the ride. Then The bike. Oh, okay. The roll thing here. This is my Bike Good. And basically, this is the bag here. Now, all of this, from the food to all the camping gear, okay, except the hammock, fits all into this. And the goose down jacket, pants and boots and the hat. That all fits into this bag with room to spare. And actually, I'm only using about maybe that much. It folds like that. So it all compresses down really good. Now, my bike. This was a lot of thinking about. So basically it's full carbon, and it's by Lamere Cycles, and it's carbon seat, carbon frame, carbon forks, carbon handlebars, yeah, and carbon wheels as well, rims, and it's tubeless. You can see my glue fixing, you see that there? Okay. Maybe next, my concept when going tubeless was, oh yeah, if I get a puncture, there's liquid in it, I spin the wheel, I don't have a puncture, don't have to take a tire off. That was my concept. But when, I believe it's the, yeah, you can see, there's the, but when I was pumping it, I was pushing like this, because that's the only way you can pump it with a stupid pump. And that made this vulnerable, and that's where my leak was. So, but now, well, actually, now it's okay. It's not too bad. Maybe still a small leak somewhere. And then you got to check all these as well. So, this is something I should have double checked. But the bike weighs 20 pounds. It's the handling. It's amazing. It's amazing, and it's got the. I went XX. What's the name of that company? XX1 SRAM or something like that. There. System. It's got 11 on the cog. Don't need an extra one of these. Just cut it down, save some weight, and also one less thing to break. So the handling of this is. It's just amazing. It really is. I would never go any other way but carbon from now on. Only misfortune was basically those me doing that there with the pump. That was just stupidity. So I knew I would do something stupid about that, but hey, what the hell, you know. So the bike, when it's fully loaded, my last trip when I fully loaded my bike, and I had actually less stuff in this the last trip. When I got on the bike, it felt sluggish and slow. I was expecting the same thing to happen because I haven't been on the bike for almost 11 months since my last trip. So when I got on this and I had it fully loaded, I was able to do 75 the first day, and I was finished by 2 o'clock in the afternoon and checked into this hotel. So really happy with this. It's really just ridiculously light, you know. So that's my setup. Any questions, anything got there, or any ideas what I need to do better? And right now the sunset is going down, and I'm just gonna go over to this little bar, have a few beers. So all good. So I'll upload this tonight, and if you have any thoughts or any ideas or anything I can do better, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so right, the plan is now I'm going to be heading over the next 30 days. I'm going to cycle through Sri Lanka and maybe into a bit of Thailand as well, and Laos, back into Laos and Thailand. So that's the plan, but we'll see what happens. So far so good, and everything. Oh, last thing, I forgot. Oh, my last bag. This is a North Face lumber. This just goes around my waist. Bottle of water in here, 2 small bottles in here. So when I'm traveling, and keep some and my laptop fits in here, basically like that. So now what's good about it is when I'm cycling, because it's lumbar, it actually just rests here. So it sits down, I'm cycling away, it rests in that, so I do not feel any weight on my back at all, or on my actual person. So it was a good compromise. But that's it. So feel free to hit subscribe. I'm going to put a bunch of more videos up, and over time what I'm going to do is basically in-depth review each thing, from the pots to the top quilt, ultralight down, gold zero, but you already know my opinion on that. Let's see what it lives up to. And there's, oh yeah, my wireless hard drive. Not any reviews, real decent ones on the internet about that. So there you are. Thanks for watching. Right, definitely under the bar.